12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410. We're about to shoot all those rounds from the same shotgun. Now, obviously, we can't just throw a round in the chamber. If you put a 20 gauge round in a 12 gauge shotgun, you're going to get a mess. It might not go off at all, but if it does, it's probably going to be a problem. You need the right ammo for the right firearm. But in this case, we have these adapters we bought on Amazon. They were about 30 bucks each. Not very expensive. They are pretty effective though. All of these rounds were able to go off in the 12 gauge without a problem. Now again, this is kind of obvious, but you can't shoot a 12 gauge round in a 20 gauge or in a 410 because the 12 gauge round is bigger. But with these adapters, you can neck down that chamber so that the smaller rounds fit into the larger 12 gauge. Now it's pretty obvious how these things work, so I won't go into detail on that. Let's just rack them up. Our first test is going to be shooting at paper plates to see the shot spread. Yes, this is very basic, but it is also very effective. We just want to get some dots on something white, whether it's a piece of paper or a plate or whatever, and see what the spread looks like to see if it'll do the job. Let's get going. Left to right is going to be 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410. Going right for the blue dot. Bam! There it is. You can see the spread here. We've got the 12 gauge on the left, the 20 gauge in the middle, and the 410 on the right. And looking at all three of these plates, you can see that the spread was good. It was effective. The gun did what it was supposed to do, right? The question, though, is did they all have enough velocity? Did they all have enough power? Are they just kind of being lobbed out there? Or is this enough to actually be an effective shot? So up next are clay targets. We've got 3 of them. And again, we're going 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410. Let's see how they do. Okay, left to right, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That last one, I don't know about that one. These things are made out of clay. They're easy to break, right? Now we got 3 targets, we got 3 breaks. We know the spread is good. We went through clays. Okay, they're effective. But just in case, we've got one more test. I've got some cans we're gonna shoot. Let's see if there's a noticeable difference when we're hitting these cans. These are the kill shots. I am not wasting my beer. Okay, left to right, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410. That's it. We're done. I'm out of here. I get to go home early. By the way, the recoil got noticeably less as I went from 12 to 20 to 410. It's probably obvious, you expect that, but just so we're clear, yes, that's exactly what happened. And the effectiveness is still there. These cans are destroyed. So if you're just going to shoot some targets, if you want to teach somebody either younger or smaller to shoot, and you just have your 12 gauge, but you have these adapters, they can shoot a smaller round. If you're going to hunt with this, I think it's going to get the job done. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hey, hit that like, subscribe, do something.